Hello and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your mineralogy teacher, Jen, and it's time for Monday's Mineral. This is gypsum. Its chemical formula is CaSO4 plus 2H2O. Now, pure gypsum is transparent to white, but can come in a variety of colors. Due to impurities and other things. This one's a little bit yellow because it's still got dirt in there, but it's gypsum, so it's also water soluble, so washing the dirt off is not really a good option. And it's so soft that scraping it off is also just not a great idea. So it's just gonna stay a little dirty. That's okay. Its crystal habit is typically massive or flat, but can also come in elongated crystal prisms like these. It commonly twins. It has perfect cleavage on one plane and fractures either conchoidally or splinters. I'm going to see if we can make this work. Okay, so you can kind of see some of the twinning that's going on in this piece here. You can see the different twins in this one large piece. And then you can see a little bit in this piece. I loved this one because it looked like the Star Trek insignia. But you can also see kind of how it fractures conchoidally, just from the way that this piece is shaped. It is flexible but inelastic and very soft, sitting at a 1.5 to 2 on the Mohs hardness scale. It does fill the 2 in hardness kit, so in my hardness kit you will see number 2, gypsum. What that means is that I can take this and I can leave a scratch with my nail. See, just scratched it with my nail. So really soft. It can have a vitreous to silky, pearly, or waxy luster. So like in this one, I can get it to flash just right. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera. This one, you'll be able to tell, I think. You can kind of see the shine on this. This one's vitreous, whereas this variety here has that sort of silky or pearly kind of look to it. So different types of luster. It has a white streak. So here I've got my blackboard, and if I run my gypsum over it, you will see, barely, it's so soft, that it leaves a white streak behind. Okay. And it is typically transparent to translucent, so you can see, oh, now we get the shiny luster. Okay, I gotta point it that way. If I were to take a light, in this case I happen to have a Jesus light I found on a trail, which I think is funny, you'll be able to see the light go through, okay? If it's transparent or translucent. This one's a little more translucent than transparent, so it's a little harder. This one's almost opaque. So it's harder to see. Anyway, okay. There are 3 main varieties of gypsum. So there's the flattened and often twin selenite variety, which forms the largest gypsum crystals. There's the silky fibrous satin spar. So if you look really close at this one, you'll see that it is fibrous. It's got lines going through it. And it's those lines that give it its name. And the third one is the fine-grained white or tinted color alabaster. I don't have any alabaster. But it was very popular for sculpting prior to marble. In arid areas, such as where I often dig for fossils, you can find an opaque flower-like form known as desert rose, like this one. So they're these sort of flattened blade-like bundles, and typically there's lots of dirt trapped in there, like in this one. And this one kind of formed around some chalcedony, which is a lot of fun. So gypsum is an incredibly common mineral in sedimentary rocks. It's deposited by lakes, oceans, hot springs, and other hydrothermal waters. It's often associated with halite, another evaporite, and sulfur. As mentioned before, gypsum is water soluble, so it does not often occur as sand, except in special circumstances, such as the Great Salt Lake Desert or White Sands, New Mexico. And I talked about those gypsum sands on Friday, so if you missed that video because I posted it late like an idiot, you can go check that out because it was a fun field trip. Many rocks I have worked with contain veins of gypsum, such as some of the Triassic lake deposits in northwestern Colorado. The most common use for gypsum that you may be aware of is to make plaster of Paris. It's used to make sheetrock or drywall. It's used in cement so that cement doesn't set too fast. And it's used for paper mache projects. But most importantly, in my humble opinion, is that it's used to make field jackets and collections jackets for fossils to protect them from the elements and while moving them around from the field to the paleo labs, from the labs to collections, and so on and so forth. Very important mineral in the field of paleontology. Well, thanks for coming to today's lesson, and make sure you tune in tomorrow for some fun gypsum trivia. And I will fossilize you later.